Ready?
You crazy.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Take 215.
Yeah.
My name is Deja. This is my dad, Ryan. We are your hosts. Thank y'all for tuning back in.
Yes.
Make sure you like and subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How about yourself?
I'm feeling all right. I want to thank everybody, though. We have surpassed 100 subscribers.
Is it 100 or 100?
100.
It's 100.
I don't even know the exact number.
It's
That's
133.
133. So shout out to each and every 133 of you.
Yeah, guys, for hitting that, just taking that time, hitting that button.
Yes, we appreciate y'all
We really do.
always.
We really do.
We're at 134.
Oh, 134.
134. So let's try to. Okay, what's today? Today's February 13th. Hopefully we can get to 200 by Easter.
By Easter. Is it? No, it's Easter.
Easter? Like Issa Rae?
Yeah, Easter. It ain't Easter. It's Easter.
Like Easter. You know who Issa Rae is?
No.
Come on now.
Who is Issa Rae?
She's an actress, comedian. She had a show, Insecure.
Is she cute?
I
guess you can't say that, can you?
Well, yeah, I'm not like y'all generation where we all, homophobic. Wait,
right.
We going
we
left
can
already.
And look, and like Cedric Entertainer, like when I talked to Sean on the phone, Cedric the Entertainer told me when I talk, like I be talking to Sean, and you can't say bye-bye no more. You got to say, yo, one, peace. I can be like, yo, I'll holler at you, man. All right, I'll holler at you. All
what
right,
are these rules?
All right, bye-bye.
Why are y'all so...
Bye-bye. He said you can't say bye-bye no more.
Y'all...
Say peace.
No.
One.
That's over... It's the masculinity. It don't got to always be that,
I just say salam alaikum.
Everything don't got to be a threat to your sexuality.
Well,
it don't.
Bye-bye.
But anyway.
But look, but we could do like you do in the movies. You notice in the movies they don't ever say bye.
They just hang up.
They just hang up. So Sean, next time I talk to you, I ain't gonna say bye. I'm just gonna say boom.
They do just hang up.
Yeah.
They do just hang up.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think Issa Rae is a beautiful black queen.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to look that up.
Well, you about to look it up?
Yeah.
You want to see Issa Rae?
Yeah, let me see Issa.
That's a girl that got locked up at my complex, but that's
what? What?
That was on my Instagram.
Oh, is that Issa Rae?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got a nice smile.
Yeah, she's on the. What did she play on?
Insecure, and she You definitely wasn't watching Insecure. I know you weren't watching Insecure. But she was in. You didn't watch Barbie. She was in.
I refuse.
I don't. Why you refuse? I mean, it's not for you.
Yeah,
but
I'm not a Barbie guy.
What has Issa Rae been in that you've seen? Probably nothing. To be honest.
Well, if she wasn't in Star Trek, I didn't see her.
She the new school. I don't think you would have known.
But shout out to Issa Rae.
Shout out to Issa Rae.
Keep on looking cute, Issa.
Anywho.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the show.
Yes,
we're gonna go ahead and start with the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 58.
Yes.
Chiefs 25, Niners 22.
Patty Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes was the MVP. Did you ever figure out who you was rooting for?
I didn't figure it out. I didn't figure it out until probably
the game was over.
The game was over. I got to be honest with you because San Francisco, I guess all the little bragging they was doing and a lot like that.
Bragging. It was
and Weebo Samuels, Debo, call him Weebo.
Yeah. Who from the boy from The Wire? That was Weebay.
Weebay, boy, that's my favorite show, The Wire.
Oh, we know.
I had to stop watching it. They was doing anyway.
Well, you watched it. You watched it before you got on your new journey.
Yeah, I watched
it. When we used to go to my dad's house on the weekend, he used to make us watch The Wire.
Yeah, I used to make him watch it. yeah.
I was probably only 12.
Yeah, what did he do to you? and Avon Barksdale and Marlo and all them.
Anyway, shout out Weebay.
Shout out to The Wire too, Weebay. Yeah. But I found out after the game was over that I realized
for the best.
Yeah, San Francisco was like a thorn in our side.
Yep.
And then after they came to the Eagles, they dressed in all black and all that.
That was their Super Bowl, and we said it. Look, go find the footage. We said it. That was a Super Bowl, and it was. Because y'all got to the real one, and you forgot. Like, and they had asked Debo about, did you during they do all the extra media during the Super Bowl. They asked Debo, did he think that it was now a rivalry before between the Eagles and the Niners? He was like, well, rivalry, those games have to be close. Like, so he had the Eagles name in his mouth early. Like, did you forget you got a game in the day?
And even though I didn't like Bradbury, he was talking like he went on.
Yeah, but don't talk about Bradbury if you ain't part of this crew. So Debo had a lousy since we speaking about him, and he was crying. I watched the confetti fall down on his tears for 33 yards. So I don't think you need to be saying anything.
Nathan Jones.
What's Debo's real name? Let's go ahead and call him by that for the rest of this show.
Yeah, let's call it for the rest of the show. Debo, we about to look you up.
What you think? Tashawn Raekwon.
No, you lying. Don't do that.
Look.
Tashawn Raekwon.
Debo Samuel.
Is he down with Wu-Tang? Tashawn Raekwon. He down with Hot Nick's son. And then he down with Chef.
And so
say it one more time.
Tashawn Raekwon.
That's a damn shame.
And Fletcher Cox had some words for him.
Oh yeah.
Fletcher Cox said, keep the Eagles name out your mouth, boy.
Do we need some beeping?
Yes, we might get it. Oh no, because I can't say this. I can't say that. That ain't good. What EAD mean? He said, I still got something you ain't got. He said, yeah, I've been holding on to this one, son. He said, eat a.
Yeah. And then what? Do what now? Say that again. He go.
Say what again?
He said what?
Eat a.
Oh man.
So that's what he said, because it was becoming obsessive. Like, relax. Like, I understand, but Debo almost made it personal. And the Niners fans, anyway, I ain't even about to get into all that. Y'all lost. I'm glad y'all lost. I realized me and Mom had our own little Super Bowl soiree. We made some finger foods and we watched it, and we had Coronas and margaritas.
Wow.
Just the two of us.
And
while we was ready for Usher, it was a blast. But anyway, I was sitting down to get ready to watch the game. I was like, I said, I don't even know why I had been debating. There was the answer was clear. We should have always been going for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. They're not in our division. They are who they are. We know that they're, on the way to becoming a dynasty, if you will.
Yeah.
And then think about what we would have had to deal with if the San Fran won, because all year they said, if we would have had Brock Purdy, we would have gone to the Super Bowl and we would have won.
Yeah.
So guess what, guys? You had Brock Purdy and you got there, and what was the result?
Right. So I guess those butt shots didn't help him.
Oh, Debo's? Yeah.
What you call him again?
BBL? No, I didn't say he had a BBL. I said he had a sassy walk. I think we said Kyle had a BBL. But we can't talk about Kyle no more because that's part of us now.
That's right. He was the Sixers.
Yeah,
we can talk about him later.
We'll get to that later. All right. So, let me get a little bit of stats, I guess. So, not Christian McCaffrey. Brock Purdy was 23 of 38 for 255 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Juwan Jennings had a touchdown. That was kind of a sweet play. Mm-hmm. And then Christian McCaffrey had 22 carries for 80 yards. Who was their leading receiver? They didn't really have. He spread the ball out a lot. They didn't have any receivers over 100 yards. Christian McCaffrey had the most receiving yards.
Right.
So on the other side of the ball, Patrick Mahomes was 34-46. God, he threw 46 times for 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. And then Travis Kelce led in receptions with 9 receptions and 93 yards.
But I think both of the teams had 2 turnovers apiece, right? If memory serves.
San Fran, I think so. They both fumbled. Pat threw a pick, and then the kick return messed up.
Right. So 2 turnovers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so, but in what I was looking at, I know the turnovers equaled out.
Yeah.
But it seemed like San Francisco turnovers were just in a bad place.
They said our turnovers ain't created equal.
They're not, because they was driving They was at the 15, 20, and they turned the ball over.
Yeah, the first possession of the game. That would have set the tone.
That was huge. Mm-hmm. And then that other one when that punt return, kickoff return. So I just think
Kansas City turned it over too on like the 4 or something crazy.
Yeah, that was hurting too. But it just seemed like the San Francisco turnovers, especially that one on that opening drive.
Yeah, well,
that set the tone, and I think if they wouldn't have turned the ball over there, we might be talking about something different.
And what's crazy is, I don't think it would have mattered one way or the other. I just think that you have to. When you playing Patrick Mahomes, every opportunity that you have,
you got
I don't
to
care.
capitalize.
Yeah, I don't care what it might look like. Because let's be clear, they were score. It was scoreless. It was very boring first. It was very boring first half.
Kansas City wasn't doing nothing in the first half.
It was very boring first half. It went to overtime, which was only like the second game I think in NFL Super Bowl history to go to overtime. So it got exciting, but I still never felt confident. I still never felt confident when Kansas City or when San Francisco had the lead. Like I still never felt, even though it was like 10-0.
Yeah,
I was like, I mean, because that it should have been 14-0.
Yep.
And so on and so forth.
Yep.
Like because you just can't, and they were just. I will say shout out. I mean not shout out because we don't, y'all the ops. I will say San Francisco's defense did what they were supposed to do in the first half. The offense kind of just stalled out.
So if San Francisco would have capitalized, did what they supposed to do the first half, the game might have been.
It might have been like it's still Pat Mahomes, but I think that like I will say there was some frustration on the sideline, and the commentators was like they've never seen that before. Kansas City gets so like emotional and kind of feel discombobulated so early on because we had Chris Jones tearing people up on the sideline. We had Travis Kelce he bull rushed Andy Reid.
Bull rushed
him. Andy Reid didn't even see it coming. He's like he was looking at he was looking at his clipboard, and it was bad. It was bad. Like, he assaulted him essentially.
Wow.
So there was a lot of that going on, and there was a lot of tension going on.
So it looked like
they
was falling apart, but they pulled it back together with the help of San Fran.
Yeah.
With their miscues.
Yeah. Well, San Fran, even though when Kansas City took the lead, San Fran got back in it, and it went into overtime. Speaking of overtime, so you know that the overtime rules changed after. It was that game against it was Buffalo and Kansas City,
right,
where Josh Allen and them didn't even get a chance to possess the ball in the playoffs. So they changed the rule for Josh Allen, even though it didn't matter, Josh. They changed the rule and said each team will be able to possess the ball in playoffs now. Because at first, if you get the ball in overtime and you score, it's over.
Right.
Yeah, so that it's still the same in the regular season, but in playoffs in the Super Bowl, both teams get to possess the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like it's quarters now. Like the time don't even matter anymore. It's like all different.
Okay.
So it came out that San Francisco gets the ball first. They score 3.
Right.
Should they have gone for it on 4th down? They don't know, but they thought that it didn't matter. Like if the clock ran out and Kansas City still hadn't scored, they would have won. It came out that the players didn't know the overtime rules. So that's embarrassing. That's lack of preparation.
Right.
That's like,
why don't know the overtime?
San Francisco didn't.
Oh, so they might have done something different?
Yeah, because like think of it, it's not timed anymore.
So
like,
what would they have done different? I
mean, maybe go for it. Or maybe try to run the clock. They thought that they could also, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they thought that they could run the clock out, but the clock it's like quarters. The game, the referee said it. He said the game is essentially starting over.
Oh, so you mean that they would took more time off the clock?
Well, I think that's what they tried to do, but it didn't matter. Is what I'm saying.
Right, because all both of them possessed the ball.
Correct. Like the Chiefs had and a couple players came out on San Francisco's like, yeah, we really weren't clear on the overtime rules, like we didn't really know like how essentially they didn't know how the new overtime worked. So there could have been things that were done differently in overtime if you're calling the game knowing the new overtime rules.
Well, like Master P said, it ain't my fault. I won't stop.
At San Fran known that it's not just who has the most points once the clock hits 0. They would have gone for 7 because they were in field goal. They were deep in field goal range. They could have just gone for 7 or they should have kicked the ball off and gave it to Patrick Mahomes and said, "Let's see what he gonna do
first."
Yeah, and if he only get 3, then we know let's go for 7,
right?
Or let's maybe 3 will tie it. So it's not. It wasn't. It's 2 quarters. So it wasn't a matter of.
Yeah, go ahead. I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. It wasn't a matter of because they had they were up 3 and the clock was ticking down, and they was like, oh, once it hit 0, we win. But that's not how the new overtime rules work.
And had they know that it was more time, they would have went for it in the 4th down, right?
Yeah, or if you know that because Patrick Mahomes is getting the ball back,
right.
So let's put 7 because we know that he can only get 7.
Right.
At the most he could get a 7. So it just they're gonna get a lot of scrutiny, especially because they took the ball first and didn't even really know what the hell was going on.
Right, but still that was catch-22 because if they didn't get it on 4th down and the Pat got the ball and went back,
it's house money. We got to win. It's overtime. Patrick Mahomes is getting the ball back, and 9 times out of 10 he getting 7. Like
right.
You got it. That's
but
how.
what I'm saying is if San Fran would have went for it and didn't get it.
Yeah, but it's overtime, and this is kind of a sudden death type situation.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? You can't settle for 3 because 3 not gonna get it done.
Like enough.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, as far as Pat Mahomes got the MVP again, so do you think that Kansas City is like becoming a dynasty? They repeated. This is the first time that somebody repeated since Tom Brady and them did it back. I think it was early 2000s. I don't know the exact year.
I got to give it. I think he started one because now Pat got 3.
2 against San Fran.
And they got 1 against us. So I mean, he's still young.
28. Hopefully he don't play till 40. I'm hoping he'll be gone by 34.
I think he might be there longer than that. We'll see, but
35.
Yeah,
please.
so I think I would say yes, they are becoming a dynasty. I would say.
I'm gonna need one more. Like if they three-peat.
I'm saying becoming.
Yeah. No, they were saying are they one? Yeah. So
are they one yet?
I'm not gonna give them yet. Not yet.
Yeah, they got to get 5 to be dynasty in my book.
Yeah.
There's a 5.
I mean, if
Did they say 5 or 3?
3, like
3?
Well, they have 3, but if they three-peat, like I don't think that's been done before.
But but you might got to say they're a dynasty if they got 3.
Well, they have 3 total, but like, yeah,
in a short period of time.
And
too.
it's the same quarterback and coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess because we were a little, even though we hated Tom, we were a little spoiled with like it almost became normal. Oh, the Patriots. How many did Tom got? How many rings? 6.
6, yeah.
So, like that's kind of what we like, that's the scale that we kind of, that's not normal.
Bar.
That's the bar, yeah.
Yeah, just that.
So, Taylor Swift,
wow.
I lost count at about.
I told you over 21.
No, it wasn't that many times. But, it just, I'm not, you know what? I can't talk about that lady no more.
Go ahead,
Taylor
get it out your
Swift,
system.
I love you, Queen. That's it.
Well, I just want to ask you.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
Well, how does Taylor Swift make you feel?
Her music or her presence?
Just her presence, her aura.
When it's at a football game?
Yeah.
Aggravated. But if anywhere else, love it.
So if you could tell Taylor Swift something, what would you say to her? I'm ready. I want to hear this one now. If you think about it real,
I would tell her to get in the lab and learn a little bit more about football, because every time it showed her, she was like Travis caught the ball and she acted like she didn't, like it was the greatest thing she ever seen since sliced bread.
And it was just a slant route.
Right. Come on, girl. Like things are gonna happen. Passes are gonna be caught.
Yeah.
They up there trying to learn her Ice Spice. You know who Ice Spice is?
No.
Oh my God. We can't even go down that rabbit hole.
No.
They up there trying to learn the game of football. Baby, you in it too deep. Come on, give me something.
Where was
Pat Mahomes Sr.? Well, he fresh off that DUI. I don't know. He didn't really show his face. I didn't see Pat.
Oh, he was swerving.
I didn't see Pat Sr. So yeah.
Okay.
All in all, that's the end of the 23-24 football season.
Yes.
2023-2024 football season.
That was a wrap.
That's a wrap. I'm ready. I'm ready for next year.
Yeah.
Speaking of next year, Eagles have officially hired Kellen Moore. Thoughts?
I like Kellen.
He's only 36.
He's only 36, but he's been around for a minute, and he's seasoned to be 36.
Yeah.
And he was with Dallas for a minute, and things like that. And he had that offense rolling at one time. So
rolling is an understatement.
Yeah. So I just, I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have him here.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. So just a little bit of background. Kellen Moore, he was the offensive coordinator in Dallas. He actually played quarterback at Dallas. I think he's a backup quarterback for Dallas at one time or another.
Was it behind
Tony
Romo? Yeah.
They about the same age. So when he was with the Cowboys, they led the league in yards in 2020 and all the way to 2022. So they led the league in yards, and then they led the league in points per game at 30.4. So it's known that he is a very explosive play caller. He's dynamic and creative with the play calls, and I think the sky will kind of be the limit with the talent on the offensive ball that we have.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
The reason why Mike McCarthy wanted to get rid of him because he said, and I quote, "We need to run the damn ball."
It was more
but look
than
where
that
got them.
And they didn't run it. He
No,
lied.
they didn't run it. They still led the league in get past
I
it.
think he was threatened by, but Jerry signed off on it. So
Yeah, I think I don't know. Like I said, Mike McCarthy is the white Doc Rivers. Ain't won nothing.
Yeah,
But that one time
we got a championship team. What did you say?
It's
We got
every year. We like delusion. But so they wanted to run the ball, but they also got rid of Zeke, and which we ain't going to go down a Dallas rabbit hole. But I think they realized that after the fact that Tony Pollard, it's easy to look nice, fresh, and cute when you coming off the bench and you ain't getting cracked in your head.
Right.
But now that he getting cracked in his head every time, it ain't looking the same.
Yeah, he wasn't that guy.
Yeah, and he did come off that tore up ankle or knee or whatever it was. So all in all, I'm super excited. I think that just with Jalen, AJ, Devontae. We'll see if we bring Swift back. I feel like
hopefully he'll come back.
I hope Kelsey come back. I feel like if he was gonna retire, he might have said it already.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And then Jalen, the threat. So we'll see. I do hope that there was some conversation between Nick, Jeff, Free Lori. Let me not call him Jeff like I know him. And what's our dot? Oh, Howie. I hope that there was some conversation that this is a running team. So maybe that's kind of our identity.
Right.
So that's my only
Think with Kellen.
Yeah, my only, what's the word I'm looking for? Quandary.
Yeah, quandary.
I just don't, because we don't win games when Jalen got to throw it 50 times.
No, we don't.
So, and Dak was a little bit different than Jalen, where Dak don't have the speed and the run capability that Jalen does. So I'm hoping that will, come into play. So all in all, do you think he can fix, the very vanilla offense? We only had 4 plays last year. You think he can?
Well, give me the midseason, and I'll let you know.
Well, we doing predictions. Midseason is in 8 months.
I know, but I think it's going to be better. I think it's going to be better than what we had. I do think that.
Yeah, which the bar is in hell, so that ain't really that hard to.
Yeah. So, but I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be better. The combo, the combination with Fangio and both of those together.
And Nick, I think Nick has some creativity in him too. Yeah. You see the Eagles media said, well, what is it that you do? Did you see that? So Eagles media, they asked him what was Brian Johnson got some little low-level role at the Redskins. I said it. They asked Nick Sirianni because he said, well, it has always been my offense. And they were like, but you don't call the plays. He said, no. So the media said, well, what is it that you do?
He set himself up with that one.
He did. Because really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what he does.
No, I'm kidding. So shout out Nick. But anyway, I think it's going to be, even though our numbers for our offense was in like top, what you
10.
think?
It was top
10. 10, 15 maybe. So it's not like we had a bottom of the barrel offense, but I do think it's going to explode. I think it's going to be a big explosion. We're not just going to be doing bubble screens,
three
slants
plays.
to AJ, quarterback draw, and then one deep bomb. That's all they had in the works last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, any final thoughts on Kellen Moore? What would you grade that higher?
Oh, I'll give that higher B+.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
Me either. I didn't see that one coming at all.
There were some names out there about the defensive coordinator, but there was never any,
but
right?
I didn't see Kellen Moore coming at all.
Did they have anybody for offensive coordinator that they thought?
I seen a couple of guys on the
intranet.
On the intranet, but I didn't even know who they were.
Yeah.
But I like it, especially I like it for Dallas.
Yeah.
It's just gonna make it interesting when they play. Kellen Moore, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see. Is it gonna? I'm glad Dan Quinn is gone because it would hurt us if Dan Quinn was still there because Dan Quinn coached against Kellen Moore together.
Right.
So he would know some of the crap.
Right.
But now that Dan is gone, Dan went to Washington.
Yeah, Commanders.
Yeah, so the commies. Is that okay to say?
No.
So anyway, there was a lot of black head coaches that were hired too. I do want to shout that out. We had Antonio Pierce in Oakland.
Yes.
It's not Oakland no more. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
And I don't know
hire.
the rest of their names, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Then it was the black guy that the Patriots hired, and I'm missing one more.
And it
BLK.
It was it was another guy that they hired. So I forgot. It was like 3 of them.
Yeah, I got Antonio Pierce.
I love that hire. They thugged out over there.
No, not thugged out. That's exactly what they want us to say.
But they went that one game. Look, they were smoking cigars. They was like, I said, look at that locker room. Looked like they was at the swamp meet. on Fifth and Lawson.
Come on. And that's exactly what they trying to get you to say. I need to figure out. Okay, so we had Vegas, which Antonio Pierce. I got an article here. Then the man in New England. I didn't know about him. Joe, I don't know who the third team is. Is it Chicago?
I don't know. I thought it was 3. It might have been 2.
Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta.
They need a black coach down
Atlanta.
there.
They sure do with all them strip clubs.
Yeah, go to what's the
Chocolate
one?
City.
No.
The Underground.
I think Chocolate City is the main one, ain't it?
What's the Underground?
It's not.
I used to go to Freaknik.
Okay. It's not.
I did.
Freaknik back in the
day.
people aunties and grandmas now.
I ain't
names are
lying,
Freaknik.
yeah.
God, what's the name of the Magic City? Magic City.
Okay.
Yeah. So they
I said
the
Chocolate
Lemon
City.
Pepper.
Oh.
Chocolate City was a man strip club movie.
Oh.
So you better walk that back.
I bet it. Magic City.
All right, so I'm excited to see what happens as far as Kellen Moore goes in Philly. Right. I guess we'll kind of pivot.
Yes, let's pivot
to
the
some
baseline.
Sixers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pivot to the baseline.
So Joel, we just can't catch a break with the big fella.
Yeah, every year.
Every
it's the same
year.
thing.
Well, okay, so he didn't get surgery on the knee last time, which was okay. Let's introduce the topic. Lord, we getting into it. Okay. So Joel Embiid suffered a lateral meniscus injury, not a complete tear. In his left knee. It was against Golden State. It was February 1st when Jonathan Kuminga fell on his leg. And this, I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm almost sure this was the knee that was plaguing him with injury before.
It was a nagging injury.
Yeah, which they should have just got the surgery to begin with. But they said that he could have done a route that didn't need surgery or do surgery. But I'm like, just do the surgery because it's not season ending. You could be back by the springtime.
So whether he got that surgery or not, if somebody fell on the leg, he still could have got hurt again. His knee still could have got hurt again. So, you know what I'm saying? You said if he had the surgery,
it would have been intact because I don't think it was never completely intact because they did some sort of scope surgery.
Well, he's still. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
who knows?
Of course.
Who knows?
But I think it's long overdue to get it completely repaired.
Yeah.
But although it's not season ending, he did get the surgery. Surgery went well. So I think that they're hoping that he can be back sometime in the spring.
Okay.
With
that's
the
about
proper
rehab.
another
month and a half.
Yeah, hopefully. So they said he'll be reevaluated in 4 weeks after he had the surgery.
We'll see. They said the best availability is accountability.
No, the best ability is availability.
Availability.
So
that.
I just hope that the boys.
And he ain't never available.
He was on a tear though, a nasty tear.
That's like he was last year.
But no, he won the MVP last year, so he didn't have no nothing like this.
Right, but he did get hurt for a little while.
Yeah, but they all do, load management and crap. Yeah. But anyway, because there's a new rule, you can't miss over a certain amount of games. But LeBron James took up for Joel Embiid. He tweeted because Joel, they said, he nicked the knee earlier, but he was playing on it because of this new dumb rule. Right. So, and everybody was trying to say that he was faking and stuff like that. So LeBron James came to his rescue on Twitter, basically saying that the rule was stupid because now look. Yeah. So anyway, he will be back. I was just like, even if we got to be in a play-in tournament, I don't really care because we should beat whatever team. Like when we're healthy, we'll beat whatever team is in the play-in tournament. Yeah. But I think that the boys can keep it afloat. Even because to me, we learned this the hard way. It don't matter what seed you are in the basketball.
Yeah. Once you if you can get in, like the Lakers did it one year. Once you get in, you can
Miami did it. Once you get in, you get in. So I'm not that really concerned about seeding. Right. We've been the number one seed, and Ben Simmons flamed out. So it don't even really none of that even really matters. So as long as we get in, we can get in, which I think we will because of the pickups that we have. Yeah. So we got Campaign, Buddy Hield, and Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's like 50, so we'll see how that goes. This is 18th season.
Yeah, and I like and Buddy Hield last night he had 22 and CP he had 15.
Yep, and their debut I think Campaign at 24 or 5, and Buddy had 20.
And they got this young rookie. I don't know what I think he might have came in the trade. His last name Cancel.
Oh no.
Yeah, he had 9 points. He a rookie.
Really?
Yeah. His last name is Cancel, like you cancel somebody out.
Cancel culture.
Yeah. And he had 9 points. Can you see the stats for the game last night for the Cavs?
Ricky Council.
Yeah, he a rookie. He came in and did his thing.
Ricky, not Rookie Council.
I said I like that rookie.
Ricky?
Yeah, I like Rookie Ricky.
So yeah, we let go of in that trade. It's kind of messed up. They just gave Marcus Morris the key to the city.
Yeah, but you know what though? This is what I think. I think Morey had to make take some drastic measures because I think this trade was based on just in case Joel B don't come back. I'm not saying he might come back.
There's no might. He is. It's not.
I know, but what I'm saying is he could get hurt. But I think this trade because.
But this trade ain't gonna do nothing for us if Joel don't. We ain't making no run without
I
Joel.
know, but what I'm saying is it would have been worse with the people we had.
Yeah, I think it's not even about his injury. I think it's about Joel's time is now. So I think it's just about putting the pieces around him that's now, because he is coming back. And I think that because it don't matter if he don't come back. I don't care who, unless it's Kevin Durant or something. It don't matter if Joel ain't there.
It don't matter.
I do like the pieces that we picked up. I'm interested to see the new because we didn't get rid of no starters. So who's going to replace who? Because is Kyle Lowry going to start? He came off the bench in Miami.
But what I'm saying is the guys we picked up, I mean, they ballers, and they were much better than the bench we had.
Oh yeah, our bench was our Achilles heel in years prior.
Now you got Campaign, and
Kelly Oubre, D'Anthony Melton.
But he ain't played. He must be hurt or something. He ain't played yesterday. I didn't see him on.
Yeah, he hurt. So we got Robert Covington still. Yeah. So now we have a deeper.
You got a deep
Nicholas Batum still. So we have a deeper bench. I'm interested to see what the line once Joel comes back,
what the lineup going to be.
Yeah, what the start lineup will be.
That's what's up.
And then also we just want to give shout out to Tyrese Maxey.
Yes, my boy Max, man, Max,
first All-Star appearance. Of that guy, me too.
Man, and his charismatic smile.
He's a good time.
And his high energy, man. He's having fun. I mean, and just give it about 4 or 5 years, this is going to be his team.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's only 22 years old.
Yeah, and I think that's why. So they got rid of Jaden Springer too, and I was a little aggravated because I was like, why would they give him to Boston? But I guess it makes sense. League. I guess it makes sense because look at the development in Maxey versus Springer. Right. Like Maxey, but everybody ain't gonna be that good. Right. But I think Jaden development wasn't as
And
good
the council, man, what you say his name is?
Ricky Council.
Yeah, I like him already. It's just still early, but we'll see.
So Tyrese is averaging 25.6 points a game. That's 14th in the league. He is his field goal percentage is 44%. And it's ironic because his biggest struggle was the three point shooting, and now he's in the 3-point competition this year. So
he's come a long way. He's a baller.
He has. We did lose Patrick Beverly. I was kind of sad. I like his antics.
Me too, man. I like him, but
shout out Pat Bev.
He had to go.
So right now I think we 32 and
26
or 21
32 and 20 something.
But I don't, like I said, get too involved in the standings right here right now
as long as they can get it. As long as they can
get into the dance, and we
All-Star
weekend is next weekend, so we at the halfway point of the season, so we'll reconvene and see where they at.
Yeah. You know what? I was at work today, and this student, one of these students came up to me, and this is totally off subject, but it was mind-boggling to me that a 6-year-old talks like this. I said, "Mr. Dykes, are you married?" I said, "No." She said, "Mr. Dykes, a man doesn't need to be alone." 6 years old. I was like, "What in the world?"
Maybe she got some.
She said, "A man doesn't need to be alone."
She telling you some truth. She spit some truth.
But that scared me. She was 6.
She heard somebody say that. She might have heard her mama and daddy arguing. Mama about to leave, and his daddy said
that. She said, "Are you married?"
She needed to know. She didn't see no ring on your finger. I said, "Why you ask me that?" She said, "I just want to know." I said, "No." She said, "A man doesn't need to be alone." And looked me dead in my eye. She know that they need a woman.
I said, "Girl," if you don't go somewhere and get you a Slurpee or get your sippy cup.
Sippy cup.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I'm gonna give a shout out. Can you give a shout out?
Go, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to Jeff Carter. He was with Kansas City down in Duplin County. I want to give a shout out to Jeff. I'm gonna give a shout out to Celeste Galloway, her son Dante, Willie Mert in Philly, Rah Rah, and
the whole Philly crew.
The whole Philly crew.
The whole Philly
crew. And do you got anything?
No.
Hey, look, you don't. Hey, but look, let's close the show like this. Tell the homies again. Give them that pimp information. Let's close out with that pimp information again.
What pimp information?
That I gave you, what the guy said.
Oh, what'd he say? What'd he say? You
Say
don't
right.
need to be with the woman
Say it right
you
now.
like. You need to be with the woman that like you.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. Yeah, y'all remember that. Just for all my homies out there. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm glad you remember that.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to
Yes.
another episode of Take 2 or 5. My name is Deja, Dad Ryan. We are out.
Yes.